So we're still in Fresno, California, getting ready to set a toilet, and unfortunately, the flange is not fastened to the floor. So I don't know if the plywood is damaged or what happened. Who fastened this originally? It's probably original to the home, but as you can see, hopefully what I'll do is I'll take a picture here from the side, and you can see with this little screwdriver, there's all the brass screws, by the way. There's 6 of them, and you can see they're not in place. But if you watch from here, you can see that this lifts even, let me see if I can keep my camera still, but you can see it lift up and down. Problem being is, that's what holds the toilet to the floor. And so when that moves up and down, all it's doing is putting pressure on the pipe down below. So I'm not sure what to do with this. I mean, we could certainly try and put some new screws in, but if the plywood beneath is in bad shape, it's not going to hold. So we could try running over to the hardware store and get some long screws and put them in there and see if that works. Sorry about the focusing, it's not focusing. There it is. Okay, so we'll try that, and then we can come back and maybe drill some new holes next to it, as far out as we can, especially next to where the bolt goes, and see if this floor is in any good shape. Like I say, if the floor is not in good shape, it won't hold anything, and then there's nothing we can do with this. I mean, you can mount the toilet, but it's not gonna stay still. So we'll do that. We'll take another video when we're done. So we're still here in Fresno, California, and we're trying to fix this closet flange so that it's secure to the floor. Homeowner let us know that there was damage to the floor previously near the tub, and they came in and replaced some of the structure. They didn't replace anything here. Some of these screws have grabbed in here, not so much, but these feel pretty tight. But if the wood is soggy at all or rotted at all from water damage, then it won't hold. Once you start bolting this down and pulling the toilet toward the floor, it wants to pull up on the flange. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it real gentle. You can see the difference in the tile elevation, and of course this tile is cracked. That's from downward pressure. There's no support. The floor's moved. I bet it's concave, so it's kind of going up and down right there, and that's why this tile is cracked so bad right there. It was replaced over here, and you can see this edge. Hopefully you can see, I'm not sure where I'm taking a picture at, but these tiles here are real high, and right there it's about 3/16 low. This tile and this tile has sunk in, especially the back tile at this grout line right here. It's sunk in real far. So we're gonna try and set the toilet, and if it feels secure enough, we're gonna leave it. Otherwise, what we have to do is go underneath and try and frame in something that will be a new support for these screws. Now we do have 2-inch, and we did by 3-inch as well. So the new screws would be 3-inch. We'd have to get a new framing in there, new plywood. It's almost like building a subfloor under the existing subfloor that gives these stainless screws something to bite into. And that is a pretty labor-intensive project. So we're gonna try and set the toilet, see what happens, and we'll take another video when we're done. So still in Fresno, California, and we finally got this in, and of course, as I mentioned to the homeowner, I'm pretty OCD and fussy, and I'm not thrilled with the toilet installation, but I kind of expected it. I was hoping for the best, which is a great attitude to have, but then, obviously when it's bolted down and it's you still have movement, I'm not pleased with it. So it will function. This toilet will function correctly. That wax ring will stay sealed. You do need to monitor this, as well as your entire home. As you know, when water gets away from you and causes damage, it translates to everything, walls, floors, and whatnot, and they've already experienced some of that with tub water getting out here and damaging the floors. So my recommendation, I can't tell you which way your floor joists run. I do know this. The floor in here, if you decided to, pull this toilet up and then go ahead and demo back the tile, and there's not a lot of tile in here, and replace the subfloor, wall to wall, all the way around, whatever it takes. Put the proper blocking in, framing in, flooring in. A finished carpenter would be great for this. I've got one. Everybody's got one. But if that's the direction you want to go, I'm willing to discount this installation. I'm going to give you this valve for free today, like I told the homeowner. Typically we charge, 150, 175, just depending on how far we have to drive. We're over in North Clovis, and so the further we got to go, the more we have to charge you. That's just part of the deal. But so we're gonna give that to you because the other one, it was old, and everything here is 20 to 20. Oh my gosh, 20 must be 27 years old, and so we replaced it brand new. We like to see that brand new shutoff valve, brand new supply line, brand new toilet, and so those things can be reused. But the floor, my recommendation is, previously we talked about maybe trying to beef it up from underneath, and honestly, because the flooring is so damaged, I would replace the floor up here first. Hopefully the floor joists run perpendicular, this way underneath the tub. That would be great, because that allows you to come in here and pull it all the way back to the tub, like an inch close to the tub there, pull all the tile out, get the plywood out an inch around the perimeter, and then use some nice blocking wherever there's not framing, and go ahead and get your floor back in here, get your tile back in, then reset the toilet. So normally $175 on the installation. We do it for $90. Reinstallation, that's if you do new subfloor, new tile. And so that's a hard quote for right now. Anyways, that's it. Outside of that, we're done.